semen retention, body gains, and the Eminem Tactic, man. Yes, I use this. The Eminem Tactic. The same way he squashed them dudes on the 8 Mile. Man, that's very powerful. You hear what I'm saying? The Eminem Tactic. But first, I usually save all of the supernatural, the esoteric stuff for the wee hours. You know, I wake up early in the morning and I turn the phone facing the freeway and all of that. I lean back and I just tell the stories, my memories, all of the stuff I went through, right? But there's something that I gotta say now because it's getting on my nerves again. I know what it is. It gets on my damn nerves, man. So I remember, man, this was a few years back. And have you ever put your keys down right here and you go back and they gone? Or it's like you gotta remember where this thing was and you look for it in that same spot, and then when you come back, it be in that damn same spot. I know it had to happen to people out there. Yeah, it had to happen. I finally realized what that was a few years back when I was living in Long Beach, apartment 3 on Chestnut Avenue, man. 4th and Chestnut. 354 East Chestnut Avenue, Long Beach, California, 90803. That's where I was at when I realized why I'm misplacing, losing. It's like it disappeared and reappeared. Man, I learned this from the gypsies. It was some gypsies that lived across the hall from me. I went to war with them. You hear what I'm saying? But before, we was kind of cool. You hear what I'm saying? And I was telling the one dude, his name is Tonto. I was telling him like, hey, bruh, why do the stuff wind up missing, being misplaced, all of this and all of that? He said, well, just like the kids, the bad children. You hear me? If you living in sin, then the witches can send certain things to you inside your home. One of the things is they make movies about these things, but they exaggerate the movies and don't tell the truth. Concerning the children, now I get back to why the thing is missing. Concerning the children, if you have children out of wedlock, or if you're living sinful and stuff like that, then they can send your children the gremlin demons. Now your kids running around the house, drawing on the walls, messing up stuff. What do the gremlins do in the movies? Just terrorize, just mess up, all of that type of stuff. Well, those demons can get sent and they can get up into your children because they have no spiritual protections. You hear what I'm saying? Now, if you the parent and you out there and you sinning and all of that type of stuff, your children are going to be open up for those spirits. And if you living in sin and let's say they don't send those spirits, they can send this other spirit to you. And this is it right here. Some people call them brownies. They got cartoons called The Littles. They got a cartoon called Epic. These real little itty bitty spirits, man, that come and they steal your stuff. They misplace your stuff. You hear what I'm saying? They fast too. They be like, pew, pew. And what they do is they get you so angry, so frustrated, you get knocked off whatever you was going to do. Say you was going out and you was going to move your car across the street because the street sweeper. Well, your keys might be misplaced. You hear what I'm saying? And now you frustrated and stuff. You looking for your keys. You worried because the street sweeper is on this way and all of this, all witchcraft. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because somebody sent one to me. We already know what it is. They are actually invisible, but they can transform into other little creatures. So when I'm living in 354 East Chestnut up in Long Beach, one night, me and my daughter, we caught one. We caught a real brownie, man, but it was in the form of a mouse rat. It was like a buff, little big type of mouse rat. It was bigger than the mouse, but smaller than the rat, like right in between, right? So for a couple of days, I'm seeing something out the corner of my eyes. It'd just shoot past, and then it'd just come back. And then we look, and sure enough, it was a little hole. So we patched the hole up. We got mouse traps, all of that type of stuff. And we caught a mouse. And there was a little regular little mouse. But then we kept seeing that little thing. My children seen it, their mother seen it, I seen it at different times, but we never seen it like this, only out the peripheral, like right by the refrigerator, right? So I used to wake up about 10 o'clock and get dressed and go get my girl from work, because she used to get off like at 11:30, right? So I used to drive and go get her from work at night. And one night I put down these mouse traps because I was going to get it. We already decided, like, we going to get this thing because it's real smart. It's not eating the food, none of this. And at the same time, our stuff is winding up missing and all that. And Tonto already told me that it could be a brownie. They disguise themselves as little things, but they really up in the spiritual realm. But when they stealing stuff and different things like that, they are in the physical, and they disguise themselves. Their most common disguise is a mouse or a rat, right? So it's probably about 9 something. And my children is asleep and everything, and I'm dozing off. I'm about to wake up in about an hour. And all of a sudden, I heard like all of that. And I got up like, oh, we got a mouse. And my daughter, the oldest one, she got up, but she was only like 8 years old at the time, right? And she got up. And I'm like, we got one. So I cut the lights on. And on the trap, it was a little thing, like a ugly little troll looking thing. But as I was looking into it, I seen that it seemed like it turned into a mouse like real quick, but an ugly rat type of mouse. And then when it seen me, it said skate like that. And then I'm like, oh, we about to get it. What type of mouse is that? I was going to keep it until my girl get home, but it was so wild and strong, and it was like trying to peel itself off the glue, like it knew what it was doing, right? So I said, you know what? I told my daughter, we about to drown it. And when I said that, it said, no! God is my witness, man. And I jumped back, and my daughter jumped back, and I said, what did it say? She said, it said no. And it was looking at me, and it was shaking its head like, no. And its paws is stuck, and it's looking at me. And then I get to, somebody just knocked on my door. I gets the thing, and get the door. I apologize, so I have to cut it off. But where was I at? I'm filling up the sink with water, and then I got the little thing, and then I'm about to put it in the water, and it's like, no. But in a mouse type of way, but it was saying no, N-O. And it was like, no, shaking his head, but his hands is stuck on the glue stuff. So I'm like, man, this is totally weird. So I threw it up in the sink. And then the water is gone, and then it's like floating. So I get one of them wooden soup spoons, and I'm pushing it down. And when it go down, it held its breath, man. Listen, I'm not a rodent killer like that, kind of like a rodent killer like that. But I don't take joy in this. So when I say I done drowned a mouse before, a couple of mouses before, man, I know how long it take them to die. I know what happens. This damn mouse rat took so damn long to die, man, because it was holding its breath. I had it down, man, and then it faked like it was dead, man. And I let it back up, and it went, no. And I said, oh, God, man, what, you feel what I'm saying? And it died. It eventually died. I had to do it a lot of time. It went up and down and up and down and all that. Brownies, man. Gremlins for the children. A gremlin can get in your dog, too. A gremlin can get in your dog and it'll tear up the whole house, man. Sometimes I'll be looking at people on TV and they dogged and just got up into all of this stuff and then tear up all their couch and all that. I'm like, look, they dog got a gremlin. They don't even know. So they called a dog whisperer, right? And they thinking that this dude can talk to dogs. No, all he doing is getting the damn demons out your dog. If your dog is too aggressive and stuff like that, it got something up in it. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not saying if you're aggressive and you want an aggressive dog and you make them aggressive. I'm saying if you're a humble person, like the people on the Dog Whisperer, like they claim to be humble people and they don't want their dog to be like that. And they do everything, you know, to make their dog not like that. And a dog is still like that. That's a demon, man. That's why we need to pray over our children. We need to pray over our home. And we need to pray over our possessions. Because something can just come up in your house, man, and take your money, man. Just imagine if a drug dealer, right? 2 drug dealers is up in the house and they got drugs and stuff on the plate, like say they got a lot of crack. And then, you know, they doze off in the wee hours. They pulling an all-nighter and they wake up and this dude got like a dub or like a little, you know, like a little 25 piece missing. And he like, hey, man, did you do this? And the other one like, nah, man, I was right here. Just imagine the stuff that the brownies, all of the stuff that the brownies have caused. These things are real. Like I said, they got movies about this. This is not fake. I killed one. You hear what I'm saying? I got a lot of stories about 354 East Chestnut because that whole place was a demonic, satanic, sacrificial type place. What is this video supposed to really be about? It's supposed to be about the Eminem Program, huh? I'm not talking about brownies no more, man. I don't like a damn brownie. Oh yeah, how do you get the brownies up out your house if you ain't lucky enough to catch them and kill them? Because if you catch them in their physical form, you got them in their physical form. You hear what I'm saying? It's another movie called Spiderwick that talks about this. But how you get rid of them, man, is prayer because it's spiritual and you can't be living up in sin. The sin that they like is the sin of drug dealing and, you know, easy come money, easy go money. You hear what I'm saying? All of the stuff, your car, your place you up in, from the phone you got to the clothes you got on, if you got them wicked, selling drugs, stealing all of that, then spirits have dominion over those clothes, over everything you watch. And just like that, it could just disappear, reappear. They can mess with your mind. The Eminem Program. I didn't want to go deep into that, but I had to because one is running around in my house. But listen, the Eminem Program. Remember in the 8 Mile, Eminem, he grabbed the mic when he was about to battle one of the hardest. He grabbed the mic and he basically was like, he insulted himself. I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? He even made another song like that. You see, the narcissist low vibers, the only power that they have is our past and our mistakes. No matter how high you get, they're going to remind you, man, you came from the projects, man. Somebody told me when you was young, man, your mama was a crackhead, man. Remember, this is what they did to Jesus. This is why a lot of people don't take prophets serious in their hometown, because prophets in their hometown is gangbangers, ex-dealers. Malcolm X, Detroit Red. You got a Detroit Red, and then you got a Malcolm X. Now, we know Malcolm X, but the people who grew up around him don't know Malcolm X. They only know Detroit Red. So whenever Malcolm X get a little high or anything like that, they gonna remind him that he's Detroit Red. And this is when the Eminem tactic come in, a tactic that I use on them. Hey, I am whatever you say I am. I only got one hat, a trucker's hat, but I deserve that hat. If you digging. Look, I only got one hat and about 2 beanies. You never see me with a shirt on. I ain't got drink out the same coffee cup down there every day. You hear what I'm saying? I was poor. I was on drugs. I donated plasma. I was homeless. I slept in cars, abandoned houses. I put witchcraft on people. I got witchcraft put on me. So now what could you say about me? I admit it all. Remember, that's what Eminem said. He said, okay, before I begin, let me tell you, I'm a white dude. I'm from the trailer parks. I'm this, I'm that. Now let's go. Now, what do they have? What ammunition do these narcissists and low vibers have besides reminding you of all your mistakes? Look, narcissist and NPC and low viber, I'm going to tell you my mistakes before you try to throw them in my face. Oh man, you can't even talk good. You stutter a lot. Yeah, I know. I do. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? You dyslexic. Yeah, man, I am. And you smart for noticing that. You hear what I'm saying? No matter what they say. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. They bet not say nothing that I did years and years ago. I'm going to be like, how long have you known this? For 10 years, and you just now saying something? But yeah, you're right, I am. Whatever you say I am. And then the people that love me and that surround me, they are the ones who are going to say, no, he ain't. They the ones that's going to vouch for me. I don't even have to vouch for me, because my reputation around the people that love me and I love, they already know that ain't real. You hear what I'm saying? That's the old me. Look, people will bring up your past, right? And it'll be like 15, 16 years ago. Listen, I got children that wasn't even born when I was that person. They don't even know who that person is that I was. So you can't even convince them that I was that person. So you're right, man. You're right. Look, sometimes before I even get into a conversation with somebody, saying at work or anything, I just tell them up front, man, hey, you messing with me, man, you're going to hear something that might sound crazy, bruh. So when they hear something that might sound crazy that they don't agree with, they already know. They can't go to nobody and be like, man, we sound crazy. Because them people going to be like, yeah, he tell you. He tell you that he go down a rabbit hole. You hear what I'm saying? The Eminem tactic. It works all the time. It's like every time you insult yourself, every time that I say a story about I'm homeless, that I was sleeping in cars, sleeping on side of churches, in abandoned houses, food stamps. You can't clown me with that, bruh. I took all the power away from you to try to make me look little. Because who can make me look little more than me? So let me do that before you think that you could do that. The Eminem Tactic, man. What was his name on them? Rabbit? Rabbit. That's why he won the battle, not just because he was just the best rapper, which he did eat him up, but he won because of that part right there. He took all the ammunition out of old boy gun. When I first seen that, I seen the power up in that, but I didn't use it. And people was always able to throw the past up in my face. Something that happened 20 years ago, man. Something that they probably wasn't even around. They just heard about. But now I got to get hit with it. Then I got to defend myself. And when you defending yourself from something that's that old, something that God forgave you for, something that you should have forgave you for, then it takes energy. That's another thing I tell people. That's my phrase. If anybody ever try to bring up something old in my past, I say, God forgave me. I forgave me. If you didn't forgave me, oh well, man. God forgave me. I forgave me. If you didn't forgive me, oh well. As long as he forgive me and I forgive me, I'm all the way in 2024 and you stuck up in 1998 or 2003 or something. Man, you stuck. But I ain't. Why? Because I freed myself. Remember, the truth shall set you free. The truth is I'm not perfect. The truth is I made a lot of mistakes. And the truth is I learned from them and connected with the Most High. Now, what's your truth? You hear what I'm saying? What's your truth? Everybody want to tell me what's my truth. What did I done did 15 years ago when I was doing it and you knew about it? What did you do about it back then? Nothing. So keep doing nothing. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back at you with another video. Peace.